Hello, dear students. Welcome. Let's start one interesting lesson. The title of the lesson is Friends and Standard. It's an article. This article comes under intercultural communication. As you know that intercultural communication means the differences between the culture among the countries. So in the present day world, there is a cultural diversity. Various culture, different caste and ethnic groups are there. So uh, the culture vary from one country to another country. So in this scenario, the writer has composed this article. The title of the article is Friends and Standard. So in the present article, the writer Margaret K. Nydell, she focuses on the cross-cultural differences between Arab and Western in the concept of friendship. So in the concept of friendship, what kind of differences between Arabian culture and what kind of difference between European culture there is. Here, European culture, that means European and North American culture. So the writer points out the cross-cultural differences between Arab, let's say Asia. Here we can Arab, it lies in Asia. So Asia and that is European countries in the concept of friendship. So in today's class, being based on it, we will discuss about this. So our topic is that is friends and standard. Dear students, well, students, it's a friend and standard. Margaret K. Nydell. So this is an interesting article. As I told you earlier, this article comes under intercultural communication. Uh, in intercultural communication, we are studying about the various types of culture from country to country. The culture that is in the culture that has in one country is different to another country. So there are cultural variations, cross-cultural differences on there. So in this scenario, the article has been composed by one very famous writer, Margaret K. Nydell. So in the article, the writer Margaret K. Nydell, she is one cross-cultural trainer and a teacher of Arabic countries. She has written several books on the Arabic language and lectured extensively on Arab culture. She wants to compare here cross-cultural differences between Arab and European culture in the concept of friendship. In the concept of friendship, what kind of cross-cultural variation between Arab and European culture? So in the article, we may point out the main cross-cultural differences between these two countries in the concept of friendship. So now let's start. In the present article, Nydell discusses differences between Arab culture and Western, North American and European culture in the concept of friendship. In the concept of friendship, the writer uh, has discussed about the main cross-cultural differences between Arab culture and Western. Here, Western means North American and European culture. So, Nydell provides advice on negotiating friendship and avoiding relational damage, especially in the areas of giving and receiving favors, introducing oneself, and visiting others. Here, the writer has pointed out some points to show cross-cultural differences between Arab and European culture. Especially, the writer has pointed out giving and receiving favors here and introducing oneself, how people introduce each other in Arab culture and in Western culture, and visiting others, how European friends they visit in their friends, how often they visit, and in Arabian culture, how often one friend visit to another friends. So here, the writer has pointed out the cross-cultural differences between Arabian culture and European culture. Here, European means North American and European culture. Don't forget that, dear students. Now, let's move ahead. So here, let's know, let's get to know the concept of friendship. What sort of concept of friendship in Arabian culture, and what sort of uh, concept of friendship in European culture? Now, for Arab, a friend is someone whose company one enjoys and whose duty is to give help and do his or her best for friends. Whereas for Westerners, a friend is someone whose company one enjoys but whom one doesn't expect to have the same sense of duty. So here is the difference between Arabian, what do Arabian friends do, and what do European friends do here. So in the concept of friendship, Arab, especially in Arab, uh, in the concept of friendship in Arab here, they think their friendship remain ever and ever there. So they help the person in each and every sector, in each and every time there. But on the other side, in Westerner, a friend is someone whose company one enjoys, but whom one does not expect to have same sense of duty. Another friend may not help in such a way that one has done to him or her. Okay, so in the concept of friendship, another one is reciprocal favors. Okay, another concept, cross-cultural differences between Arab and Western culture, reciprocal favors. For Arabs, oral promise has its own value as a response, whereas for Westerners, actions are valued more than words here. Especially Arab, let's say Asian people, Asian friendship. Asian people, they believe oral promise here. They have their own value in oral promise. But on the contrary, in Westerner, they believe in action rather than oral promise here. Moreover, for Arabs, loyalty is expected from friends, but Westerners don't expect the same sense of loyalty. Okay, the concept is very there in reciprocal favor. Uh, Arabians expect reciprocal favors from friends, whereas Americans do not. They do not think about that. So there is one main cross-cultural differences between Arabian and American in the concept of friendship. Especially Arabians, they expect, they hope reciprocal favors. What they do and what they think in return, that is reciprocal favor. But where American, they do not think that. Okay, that is in reciprocal favor. Another concept is introduction in the concept of friendship. So introduction, what kind of cultural varieties, what kind of cultural variation there. In the culture of Arabs, when introducing oneself, it is common to give a lot of information, especially in the culture of Arabs. When they give introduction to themselves, they give lots of information. Okay, uh, I am from there, my father is this, my mother name is this, give lots of information while giving introduction. A lot of information about oneself from one's family and social connection, whereas in the Western culture, less information are disclosed there. So especially here, Westerner people are economized. Okay, they are economized. So they do not like to explain a lot of ample information. They just only they are limited in their words there. But Arabian people, Arabian in the concept of friendship, they give detailed information about their introduction. So another one is visiting patterns. So in the culture of Arabs, one visits one's friends often. Okay, often one visit another friends often there and has little concern about privacy, whereas in Western culture, one visits one friends occasionally and has a strong sense of privacy. So in the concept of privacy, especially Arabian friends, they have very less privacy, whereas Western people they have strong sense of privacy there. They do not expose much, much more their activities to their friends. So here, the writer has discussed cross-cultural differences between Arabian culture and Western culture in the concept of friendship, reciprocal favors, uh, that is visiting patterns, and introducing. Okay, introducing. Let's say. So here, the concept of friendship. One point we need to understand here. Here, Margaret Nydell, she points out the main cross-cultural differences between Arabian culture and European culture on the basis of some criteria here on the concept of friendship and reciprocal favors, introducing, and last visiting patterns. So consider friendship. What kind of consider friendship is in Arabian culture, and that is a European culture. And reciprocal favors. How do Arabian friends they behave to their friends, and what do they expect from their friend in Arabian culture, and the same scenario in another Western culture here. In the same way, another one is introduction. How Arabian, how Arabian friends they introduce himself or herself, and whereas Westerner, how do his or her, how does he or her introduce himself or herself there. And another point is that visiting patterns. How often Arabian friend meet another friend there, and another one is a European friend. And what kind of privacy do they have in Arabian culture and in uh, Western culture there. So, dear students, you need to get that point. So now let's move further. Let's say, this essay studies the intercultural differences in relation with the considered friends and standard between Western, North American, and European culture and Arabian culture. Here, one point we need to know. This article is about uh, intercultural differences in the considered friendship between Arabian culture and Western culture. In Arabian culture, there is a huge gap between friends and stranger, but not same in American culture. There are some of the differences between the Arabians and the Americans. That is the concept of friendship on the basis of the following criteria. That is the concept of friendship, as we discussed earlier, and reciprocal favor. And another one is introduction. And last point is criteria, that is visiting patterns. Uh, in the cultural Arabs, one visits one friends often and has little from friends to reciprocate invitation, but the Western people do not have as strong of a need for reciprocal invitation. In conclusion, the text Friends and Standard, by presenting the setting of Arabian and American, has tried to inform readers that the concept of friendship in Arab is very seriously taken, which, if rejected once or ignored, can result a serious breakup. Here, Nydell suggests us to learn and get acquainted, concern about privacy, whereas in Western culture, one visits one friends occasionally and has a strong sense of privacy. So, furthermore, Arab people expect this idea there. The concept is that especially Arab people expect with the new culture you are going to live, yes, so that no mistakes will occur and increase your depression level or become barrier for the progress. In nutshell, in an overall way, every setting has their own meaning of who is a friend and who is a standard. So here, the writer wants to point out uh, cultural variation between Arabian culture and Western culture, especially American culture as well. Dear students, in today's class, we discuss about one essay, Friends and Standard by Nydell. Uh, by Nydell, she is a cross-cultural trainer as well. So, in the essay, the writer has discussed about cross-cultural differences between Arabian culture and Western culture in the concept of friendship. She has pointed some criteria in the concept of friendship. Uh, that is visiting patterns, introduction. Uh, on the basis of that criteria, the writer has pointed out the intercultural communication on the concept of friendship. So, dear students, if you have any confusion, don't forget to comment on me uh, so that I can provide appropriate answer there. Till then, goodbye.